Hello everybody, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with a haul from BH Cosmetics. This is the first time I've ever made any purchases from BH Cosmetics. I've been curious about them for the last 2 years, but I finally decided towards the end of this year that I was going to get into a lot of their products, so I made a large order. And the first thing I did order was, imagine this, an eyeshadow palette. I have taken the eyeshadow palette out of the box already, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. And this is the Blush Neutrals palette. It's a 26 pan palette. And it has 5 eyeshadows, but this is what the color swatches are supposed to look like according to the box and the advertisement on the website. And this is the actual palette. I guess I'll close it and show you the outside of it first. It reminds you of that Morphe packaging, just a plain, simple black packaging. And I'm going to put the little sheet out to the side. It doesn't have names printed on it. This is the actual palette. The palette to me doesn't quite look like what the advertisement pictures look like online or what that box looks like, so I'm not sure that I'm going to keep this palette. I may be putting it in a giveaway. And it's not that I don't like this palette, it's just that I'm trying to get into brighter tones, and this is neutral, but it's the blush shades. I do like them, but they're a little darker than what I'm wanting to wear now, and I just don't feel as inspired as I think I should by this palette, so I don't want to open it and ruin it when somebody else could have it and use it and enjoy it. So I may be putting this in a giveaway. If you guys are wanting to see this palette reviewed or pictures of it later on down the road, please tell me, because I don't think I'm going to get into it unless you guys say that it's something that you want to see. And the next palette that I got is another neutral palette. It is the Nouveau Neutrals, and it comes in a box that looks like this, and it's also 26 pans with those 5 eyeshadow shades at the bottom. And instead of being black, this palette is in the same white casing as the last palette, and I'm going to go ahead and open it, and its little handout does have the names printed on them, so that's nice. I'll be able to tell you what the names are when I'm doing a look with this palette. And this is what the inside of this palette looks like. I love this color scheme, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. It looks so peachy to me with some of these tones, and the 5 blushes down here are beautiful. Even if this color, I'm questioning if it'll be dark enough for me to use as a blush. If not, it will work as an eyeshadow shade. And even though I probably won't be able to use them, I like that it has these taupe shades up here. It looks like they were thinking about creating a look for anybody that got this palette, and these kind of pinky rosy tones over here, and then you've got your yellowish golds down here and oranges on this row. So I'm really excited to work in this palette, and I probably won't touch this palette until springtime. When I think about this palette, I think about really cute peachy looks that I want to do in the spring. So I'm excited to have this, and I don't know the prices to any of these palettes, so I will be putting them out to the side. Like I said, I ordered this like 2 or 3 months ago, and the receipt didn't come in the box with the prices on them, so I have to go back and look at my email to figure it out. And keeping with the theme of palettes, I picked up the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. This is the outer sleeve to the palette. The back of it looks like this with color swatches on it. This palette I wanted for the longest time. This is the outer packaging. It's so pretty to me. I saw it in Ulta about a year ago, and I wanted it, but I didn't want it that bad, and I thought I would pick it up some other time, but Ulta was only carrying it in one of those little stands, those stands that stand out in the aisle. So this is not something that they normally carry, and I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have picked it up then. It does come with this little mirror here, and it's got the plastic protective sheet, and this is what the colors look like. Like I said, I've been wanting some bright pops of colors in my makeup collection, and I thought this would be a good addition to it. I could create all kinds of different looks, and just having a rainbow palette, which this is very exciting to me. I'm real curious as to how good the formulation is going to be. And so this palette will be used with some other palettes to create looks, because I see this as something that could be paired with other palettes to create some nice pops of color with just any eyeshadow palette. It doesn't necessarily have to all come from this one. And keeping with the theme of the Take Me Back to Brazil, I bought the Take Me Back to Brazil Rio edition. And this is the outer sleeve to this packaging. They didn't put the color swatches on the back, but that is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the sleeve now so you guys can see. Oh, I better show you the pretty packaging on the outside. They really went all out with this packaging. This is really pretty packaging. It's nice cardboard palettes with the magnetic closures, which I love so much. And that one has a little plastic sheet and it's got the mirror also. I'm going to turn it upside down so I can show you the colors. The colors in here are really pretty. Some of them are a little more muted than the first palette, the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. They're all shimmer shades though. This shade and this shade, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're glitter shades. So I'm kind of interested to see what all palettes I'm going to be able to use this with, because these are obviously not going to create a look all by themselves. So I'm looking forward to getting into this palette and having lots of pops of color. So that's why I wanted this and got it. And speaking of pops of color, I did pick up another bright vivid eyeshadow palette. That this one probably second to that neutral palette with all the peachy coral shades, the yellow shades and oranges. This is probably my second favorite palette that I picked up so far just to look at. I don't know what it's going to perform like, but it's the Aurora Lights palette. I saw this and I knew I wanted it instantly. It's a baked eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to put the little plastic sleeve down, and it comes with a mirror also, but I won't continue to blind you with it. And this is what these shades look like. They are so pretty and they're so metallic. I have to just swatch some of them. I've been keeping my fingers out of them until I got to show this to you guys. So I'm going to just pick some random ones and swatch them on the back of my hands just to see what that pigmentation looks like. This is just a couple of the shades. I didn't do real good on that blue. I'm going to add a little bit more to it, but this is what 3 of the shades swatch like. So I can't wait to get into this palette and play around with it and see how well it produces looks by itself and with using a spray if I have to get it. And I wanted cream blushes. I've been wanting to get into cream blushes to test them out and see what they're like. And BH Cosmetics had cream blushes on sale for I think $3. If it was different than that, I'll put it out to the side. And this is what the box looks like. It's called Illuminate, and it comes in packaging that looks like this. I'll go ahead and open it so you can see this color. And this color is Red Velvet, and I might as well go ahead and swatch it on the back of my hand, trying to dry it off from those eyeshadow swatches. So I don't think it's gonna stick. It feels like you kind of have to build this up a little bit, but this is what Red Velvet looks like on the back of my hand. So that's a really pretty color. And let me wipe my fingers off because I did grab a couple more. And it comes in a box again, same box that looks like this. And this one is Espresso. And I'll go ahead and open that and show it to you. Swatch a little bit of that one on the back of my hand. Wow, the Espresso looks brighter than the Red Velvet, which is odd to me. But that's what the Espresso looks like next to the Red Velvet. Curious to see how these are going to work on the face because they do feel a little waxy. And the third one I got comes in a box just like the other one, and it's called Cocoa. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch it. Not sure that Cocoa is going to show up on my skin tone. Okay, this is what Cocoa looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is the one right here. Boy, they do feel really hydrating and kind of waxy. I don't know, maybe with a matte foundation, these will do just fine. I don't think I'm going to be brave enough to try them with one of my dewier foundations because this seems like, we'll have to just see. Feels pretty waxy and kind of oily like, so I don't know what these are going to perform like. And of course I couldn't have put in an order to BH Cosmetics without getting a brush set. And this is the marble brush set that I got. It looks like this. And I haven't taken them out of the package yet. They come in a package that looks like this. Eventually you'll see me using them in a video. And I also bought the marbled holder that goes with them, so I'm excited to have the holder. And I'm looking down at the table. I think that's pretty much all that I got. I'm really excited to have these palettes, especially the colorful ones. I may be a little backlogged on these. I might wait till spring to really get in this collection and play with it. If there's any of the products that you guys are super curious about before then, please go ahead and leave comments below or let me know on social media that you want me to get into these palettes, and I will make them a priority. Otherwise, they just scream spring to me and just bright, vivid summer colors, but it's not like you can't wear this stuff in the winter. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You'll also want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys soon.